So as we start brewing, we have another coffee enthusiast with us. It is Devesh Onyal. Hello. कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ, आप बताइए कैसे हैं? सब ठीक है? Hi Kelly.
Hi, welcome to the brewing.
Thank you, thank you.
So Kelly, I would like to ask you what makes coffee roasting process very unique for you?
Yeah, I think I enjoy that you're getting to actually create something. So the coffee already has wonderful things in it, and as a roaster, it's your job to find what's good in that coffee and to draw it out.
Can you walk us through the process of roasting? What are the key factors that favor the profile of the roast?
Well, there's a lot of things that impact the coffee, but some small things would be the temperature that you roast the coffee at, how long you roast it for. There's a really important part of the coffee roasting process. It's called first crack.
Okay.
So there's a time when the coffee is in the roaster, and generally, depending on the coffee bean, there is a part towards the end
Okay.
that you call first crack, and the coffee really starts to crack. It
Right.
sounds like little popcorn is going off in the machine, and so the coffee gets a lot of flavors that happen in that time, and yeah, makes a big impact on the flavor.
Are there any
taste.
misconceptions regarding doing roasting coffee rather?
I think so. Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions. I think one big one that I get a lot is about people wanting fresh coffee. So I think people feel like the most ideal thing is that if I roast the coffee that day, if they can drink it an hour later, it's the best coffee. But it might actually be the worst coffee. So coffee needs a process to rest, to sit, and potentially the darker the coffee is, the longer you might want to let it sit. So if I have a dark roast, I would say you could let it sit for 3 to 4 weeks
Okay.
before it reaches the best point.
Okay. So I would like to ask you one thing. What do you prefer, a single origin coffee or a blend of?
I don't have a preference. I think as long as the coffee is good, I think a lot of terms became buzzwords. And of course, like single origin is great, but you can also find a wonderful blend, especially a lot of times in an espresso.
Okay.
You might find some great things that you can put together that will complement one another.
So this is a method called V60 if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Can you brief us through how things go through while making a cup of coffee in a V60 machine?
Yeah,
If I can call it a machine.
Sure. I think just like any type of coffee making, a few things that will impact your taste is the temperature of the water, when I put the coffee inside, the evenness of the coffee bed that I'm
What should
making.
be the ideal temperature for one?
It really depends on the coffee bean, but I mean, some people go as low as 86 and as high as 95 Celsius. Yeah, and so I typically stick in depending on my coffee,
Yes.
a 90 to 95 range myself. But
So if someone is very new to specialty coffee, how would you make them believe in the essence of it? Through simple words. You know, it's a very hefty, word-heavy place to be.
yeah, I think come and taste it. That's the one big part. I think sometimes there are cafes that are wonderfully decorated, but the coffee itself is not specialty coffee. And so if you drink it, you might feel disappointed. But I think if you would try out different coffees, I think one of my experiences was having coffee and finding almost like I could say this doesn't taste like coffee. Because I was so used to something that was really dark, really bitter, and didn't have any other flavors than that. But then I was, introduced to coffees that had fruity taste and like
The light roast.
a light roast or a thicker body or even dark roast done well.
It seemed like you started with a instant coffee. Rather,
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think everybody's rite of passage was instant coffee. Yeah, but we grow.
yeah, makes sense. If someone wants to try brewing coffee at home using one of these methods, so what do you prefer? Which method do you prefer for them to start with?
I think a really great and easy start that doesn't take much equipment would be something like the French press. It's very simple. You just put the coffee in there and you add water. And I think that's a pretty ideal, easy starting point.
So I see that coffee has been brewed.
Yes,
Let's taste
let's
it.
have a little bit. So this is our medium roast from Stanmore Estate. It's a natural coffee, so it has some fruity flavors. There's a little bit of a chocolate taste there as well.
So where's your specialty coffee?
So Kelly, if I may ask you something. So there is one misconception that I have, that I get a lot, is that the darker the coffee, the more the caffeine content. Is that so?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I think there's different things that play into it, but it could very well be that the lighter the roast, the more the caffeine
The more the caffeine.
is in the coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you spoke about this being a washed, so what do you mean by washed, if we can tell the viewers?
Yes, naturally washed.
Yeah, so this coffee is a natural. I think natural is pretty easy to explain. Coffee grows on coffee bush tree.
Yes.
It looks very much like a cherry. And the natural process would be to take that cherry, to dry it, and after it's been dry for a certain period of time, they take it and they, remove all the things and
then they process it.
they process it. The beauty of a natural coffee is it can get a lot of that sugar that comes from the mucilage.
Mucilage, yes.
And a little bit of a winey taste to it as well. Where the washed, the coffee comes.
The mucilage is removed.
The
and
mucilage,
then it is processed.
right? Yeah, the cherries move from the tree,
Yeah.
and then it goes through the washing process, and then it's dry. Yeah.
Then there is something called honey as well.
Yeah, right. So the honey process would be the full mucilage is not removed, so there's a little bit left.
Something between natural and washed.
Something between natural and washed, exactly. Yeah.
Recently, you set up a pop-up cafe, if I'm not wrong. So, what is the essence of a pop-up cafe? Can you tell our viewers what is this about?
Yeah, so at Crafted, we like to just create experiences that people will enjoy. And we like the art of just being able to be flexible about that. A lot of people have a passion for a cafe. We personally just have a passion for experiences. And we feel like experiences come and they go. They're not every day that we could host those types of things. So, yeah.
So, it is weekly or something like that, or is this up to you? Like, according to your preferences, you set up a...
We actually set up according to weather.
Okay.
So we have a small space kind of in the outskirts of Dehradun. So it's a really pretty place to come, particularly at sunset. It's lovely to be here. But because our space is not so large, we can't host people outside in the summer because
Of the heat and
the heat's a little much, yeah.
If you want to catch up with the pop-up, you have to follow Crafted Experiences on
Yeah.
Instagram. So we'll put a link to it. Go follow Crafted Experiences and handcraft a coffee experience for yourself. So I would like to ask you, how different is a traditional cafe experience than a pop-up cafe, if you see a difference?
Yeah, I think the difference for us is we're not setting ourselves up to host the masses.
Okay.
We want to kind of stay pure to the specialty coffee world.
Yes.
I think, so we're not trying to just do something so that we can earn a lot of money, but we actually want to do something that we're passionate about, something that we feel like is contributing to the community and as well,
Do you think of setting up a permanent cafe in Dehradun or likewise any other city in India? Because I really like your coffee.
I do not.
Okay. That's a bad news for now. Or are you thinking of it in the near future, doing it?
A cafe?
Yes.
I think we'll do some more pop-ups in the future. And I hope that one day we'll walk alongside other people who are creating cafes and being a part of that process. But we ourselves, we kind of like roasting coffee, having space to create something. It's a little hard to do all the world at one time, but who knows what the future holds. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like you are more inclined towards flexibility for now.
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to ask you, what is the most unique coffee experience that you have crafted for a customer? A very unique request from their end to create a triple sort espresso, I believe, if I'm not wrong in the terminology.
I think every client is a little bit different.
Okay.
And what I would just say is that I think every client has a unique request. Because usually it's an expression of the owner and what they're wanting to communicate to their clients. And so we just try to listen and hear what that client wants and what they're wanting to show off of that coffee, and do what's required.
Sure. All right, guys. I have a meeting to attend.
All right.
It was a very unique experience to be here, to be a part of this brewing process and this whole interview thing. So you guys carry on. I'll take your leave. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for
Thank you
joining.
for joining us. And Mr. Devesh Unyal takes our leave because he needs to attend a meeting for now. So it's a great experience that he has shared with us. So let's continue with the interview, Apni.
All right.
Are you fine with that?
Yes.
So one thing that I would like to ask you, what is about coffee that you want people to know more about? In general, not just the specialty people, but normal people who are very new to all this.
Yeah. I would say start to experiment with more coffee, with different people's coffee. There's a lot of really great roasters in India, like myself.
Yes, for sure.
And I would just say, just try out new things, new ways to make coffee. If you have a chance to get to a place where you know people are making specialty coffee, try out those cafes.
All right. Do you see any emerging trends in the world of coffee internationally that you don't see it in India? And do you want it to be implemented in India as well?
I don't know. I mean, India, you know, especially in a lot of the big cities here, there's a lot going on in the coffee world. So I would say some international trends I think are happening is the specialty coffee world was really set on a very purist way of making coffee and, like, you know, appreciating coffee for its flavors and just by itself. But more and more now, the drinks are expanding
All right.
and trying out new recipes and adding
Okay.
different mixtures. So it's not just coffee alone, but also drinking coffee together in ways that complements the coffee.
Now, from a very technical point of view, let's move to a very casual setting. And we need to lighten up the mood. It's too much coffee for us. So here, I would like to ask you the one drink that you would drink if you were given a choice to drink it for your life. So is there any sort of origin or any sort of blend that you'll be drinking?
Okay, that's a great question. So when I, you know, go to different places, I like to try all kinds of coffee with
All right.
different, you know, coffee processing styles, the naturals, the wash, the anaerobic processing, the honey,
Yes.
the whiskey barrel aged coffee, you know, all the different things. But honestly, if I was going to take any coffee for the rest of my life every day, I would probably take a washed medium to medium dark. It's what I call like an everyday coffee.
All right.
Yeah.
So there is any specific reason for that? Something that is very close to your heart? Something that
Yeah.
reminds you of a place that comforts you?
Right. Yeah, I think the everyday coffee roast just reminds me of simplicity. You know, sometimes there's so many different flavors in a cup that I really, really like. But honestly, when I get up in the morning, I like to have something very quality, but basic. You know, like the flavors are not too, like, I'm not jumping yet, so I don't want my coffee cup jumping quite yet. But later in the day, I like to mix it up, try different things, cups that have more nuance and boldness. Yeah.
So what is the strangest coffee combination that you have tried in your life? Or in recent past, if you may remember that.
Okay, I have to confess.
Okay.
All the people are out there trying different things. I am so non-adventurous when it comes to my coffee.
Okay.
I'm convinced that I like it black. I like it by itself.
So you are a traditional.
I am, and not because I have anything against
All right.
all of the new things that are coming out. I mean, I like water and I like coffee.
All right.
When they come together, that's a great thing.
I have to ask you this one because you are a practicing roaster and you are doing it so well. So did you face any disaster in the process somehow, somewhere, someplace like Dehradun as well?
Yeah, I definitely did. When I did my very first, when I started roasting coffee, I was living in Hong Kong. And at that time, I did my very first roast and I told my friends, I'm coming over and we're going to try this roast that I made. And I had done all these classes, but this was, I think, my very first time roasting coffee by myself.
All right.
So I'm very excited to share it. And we all picked up the coffee and we drank it. We put it down. And there was the same look across all of our faces of, this is a horrible cup of coffee. And so I think that was probably the biggest surprising disaster. I thought I had attained my goal the very first day, but it took many more roasts to get there.
By your experiences, I would have to ask you, what is the role of failures, or I should say learnings, in the experience or your expertise in this field? What is the role of the failures that you have faced or the learnings you have faced? Because there are no failures per se.
Yeah, I mean, I would just take that last experience and say, you have to taste the coffee and figure out what went wrong. And there's no problem, in having a bad roast or something that doesn't come out great. It's just an opportunity to work on it, make the changes that are necessary, and eventually you'll get there.
The thing is, people tend to feel awful about the things that they have done which are considered wrong or a failure rather than a learning per se. So that's the reason I asked you this question.
Yeah.
Because I feel there are a lot of learnings while you are in the coffee roasting process. There are very intricacies that you have to follow. You have to follow I believe.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You have to go through the intricacies such as the water temperature or the temperature per se while roasting the coffee, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. And I think one of the things I've had to do was just realize that coffee is a process we're all going to be learning, continually. And so in the process of learning, you fail. And failing, I would say, is just finding out you didn't know something.
Okay.
And so then you just have to figure out what you need to know. Don't rush the process. Sometimes we can look ahead and go, well, these roasters are so much better than me, or these people are doing this or that. You kind of have to stay along your journey and keep learning, keep growing, and it'll be good.
Yes. Lastly, before ending this interview, this might be the last but not the least. What, for someone who has never been to your cafe or never tasted your specialty coffee, how would you convince them to try it for the very first time? Or for someone who is into specialty coffee, how would you convince them to try your crafted experience?
Right. Well, I guess I would say you don't want to miss out on a good thing. And so if you don't want to be left out, the only thing you can do is try our coffee and experience, great coffee.
Kelly, I would like to ask you, what was your experience while filming this process? Do you feel good after this?
This experience has been one of those learning things again. I've definitely preferred to not to be in front of the camera, but it's been fun. Talking about coffee, and it's been good.
To many more experiences like that and tailor-made experiences, please go follow Crafted Experiences and keep watching Bridging Horizons. This is Yashwardhan Uniyal signing off. Thank you so much.
Can I go backwards?